Impact, gdzie to Destinga, o tak to było, nie? Możemy na początku sobie zawiszować. Siup. Ale nie koniec, mamy jeszcze. Mogę jeszcze zrobić? O. Na tym to. Jest książka i 2 dostałem, mam 4. Mam to sobie wydać. A tak nie ma. Ale dobra, może będziemy mieli. To już można sobie wymienić. Event można zrobić, daily można zrobić, nie? O, pan by chciał zrobić. Bierzemy sobie takie coś. Jeszcze spróbujemy. Może jeszcze ten ostatni wish, jakiego dzisiaj zrobimy, będzie dobry. Będzie dobry, będzie niezły. We can aggravate sprint. O! Można tak zrobić. No ale chyba nie jest moja Nahida. No, myślę, że ktoś może mieć gorszą Nahidę od mojej. Jak? Nie mam pojęcia. Jak nawet gra, jak ma gorszą Nahidę od mojej. Co ona ma za broń? A, co to jest? Nie wiem.
Judgment is upon
Ten Sino też jest zbudowany bardzo mocnie. O. Ura, przeżyłam. Jest zbudowany tak źle, że to jest cud, że przeżyłam. Że się robimy 3 runy, to nie da rady. Na 2.
Rain outlines your fate. Let dissipate. Make yourselves at home.
through me. Justice is served. You stay condemned. Guilty.
This may hurt a little.
No idziemy na ostatnie.
Stand with me. Let me weave you a. Sharing my knowledge. I see everything.
Your sins weigh
Tutaj,
upon
że
your
nie ma
soul.
większych przeciwników, no bardzo zepsuło.
You stay condemned. Your penance is due.
Hey! Know my sword. Witness the power.
Judgment is upon you. You stay condemned.
mine's your fate. Rain cutter. The Temple of Wisdom. I see everything.
Through me, justice is served.
91, bardzo. Myślę, że całkiem sporo. Chyba. No są. Ja tego nie zamierzam robić. A teraz? Nie. Myślę, że nie. Zobaczmy, ile mam w ogóle. Mamy 3 do wyniku. 5, 6, 9. Teraz będzie 10. Nie mogę tego kupować. No co, będziemy daily zrobić, no jak zawsze. Ej, halo. Macie otwartą bramę. A myślałam, że będzie się szybciej otwierało. A mnie zgniotło.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered. Everyone hold hands. Yeah, I see everything. Yeah. There is no escape. No to samo do zabicia? No.
Stabilize.
Hey! Illusion shattered. Everyone hold hands.
Gather. Settle down. Yeah.
There is no escape.
Tego też. ten jeszcze został.
Crumble.
Co na niego podbudujemy?
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps? You know we're worth it. For quality work and speedy results, choose Paimon in the
It's always a pleasure to... Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent
Don't worry about that.
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their... But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties. So unfortunately, they cannot afford to pay the replacement...
That does sound like a tricky situation.
That's right. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll...
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Trav? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? Paimon approved.
Ja muszę robić questy, nie chciałam robić żadnego
Hello
questu.
there. Are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you?
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous and fun. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. That's the thing. All our sets and props are very crude. If we had a way to make this profitable,
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy.
Właściwie
The show
możemy
just
zrobić
won't be
tego
the same
questa.
without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with what if we sponsor?
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor, and I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions we should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who? That's how you know we're the best. She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous. Her? You're...
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon...
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, she's still an idol to many people in Fontaine.
Ale ona umarła,
Yes, but-
ej, o co chodzi? Że na
Fair
questie
enough.
umarła.
I mean, if she was actually... I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of... Of course, it all depends on whether...
No point in stressing about that. Besides, things are different now. There's no reason...
Thank you for your help.
Wait, where does Farina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out.
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Woo! When did you get here?
I came over when things were... It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, now that we've got the...
No, ale naprawdę możemy to zrobić.
I can't believe...
Try not to worry.
O. Ja chcę odebrać daily!
I can't believe...
Try not to worry.
Ja nie mogę
I
odebrać...
can't believe...
Try not to worry.
O. Ja nie mogę odebrać daily. A, jak to odebrać daily moje? Ja nie odbiorę, no. Gdzie ona mieszka? Tu? Takim czymś? Wcześniej Arkonka mieszkała w takim czymś? Mieszka? Aha.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here? Not that there's anything wrong with this place, it's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Marmonia.
A, wyłączyłem samochód.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that simple, traditional, not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity! It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre faucilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Ah, there it is. You don't know.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please...
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad! Yeah, exactly! What the traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon.
Ciekawe, kto jest
I don't
teraz
even have a
Hydrolką.
vision, you know.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then... So tell me, what specific... I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just after all. I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. But given the present
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the state. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon. The time I spent inhabiting that character, centuries of pretending to be a different person, changes you completely. I'm not the same. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no but at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that...
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that if I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point. Okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait, since I'm just an ordinary person now. They'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help. True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Oh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
Well, is there anything else we can do?
Have I... sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would...
It's all right, Farina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now.
Toodaloo to you, too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
Wejść? Nie da się. I tu też można zrobić wyszowanie.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Farina's decision. Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
Quake!
O, będę się w niego walił.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Ha, ha, ha.
Rise!
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform.
Daj mi nagrodę z Daily, kurde. Nie
Excuse
obchodzi
me,
mnie to.
but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding.
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right. Sounds like everything worked itself out then. Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Farina really so harsh with people?
Only joking. Calm down. So, despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into—
Yes, I'm completely confident. I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our year. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home. Myself and—
You're right.
Jednak zachoruję, na
All's well that
pewno.
ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
O,
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by
a
because
czemu?
I
Była
realized
taka,
I
był
forgot
taki
a couple of items on my shopping list.
pokaz
All right,
slajdów.
I'm coming. No need to drag me. Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation.
Farina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home?
I was just ever so slightly concerned. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down.
No,
I'm
Siemka.
sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart, but in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Farina star in our
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Farina. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Mm,
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in this serial disappearances case.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two.
O,
It was all thanks to their
to
efforts
dobrze.
that the true culprit was brought to justice.
Żeby tak, słowo, że tak właśnie. Przyjąłem,
Those
że
sanctions
wszystko,
could
nie?
bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Farina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced people loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from...
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. It's agonizing. But ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it.
Oh.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides...
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Farina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member, but only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal... What about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? An interesting answer. But if you take, for example...
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologue. You just want to get back in on the act.
No. This is a completely...
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen...
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Farina's performances. Alright, follow me.
O, zapomniałam w ogóle rezina wydać. Chciałam sobie zacząć tego weekly bossa. Tego, gdzie to jest zrobione? Aha, będzie tu. Nie, to jest trudny boss, trzeba wziąć team. Taki. Zobaczymy jak to wygląda. Tło jest 12/10. Tło. Wygląd bossa 9,9/10.
Adventure time! I always bounce back. Just watch me.
Luma, get them!
No, my sword!
No, ten boss nie jest łatwy. To nie jest team na tego bossa. Ten Nuwilet był dobry.
Shine down! There is no escape! Everybody stand! Inazuma shines eternal!
O, Raiden na kanał to nie jest team na tego bossa.
Shine down!
O, zdążyliśmy. Teraz nas zje. A nie uciekniemy. To jest świetne. Takie coś. Jak mówiłam, ten boss jest trudny dosyć.
Rain outlines her fate. Illusion shattered. Let's light it up. No, my sword. Teamwork is strict rain cutter.
Oczywiście nie chwytłem. Nawet nie zadaję mu obrażeń. Tym głównym atakiem. Nie dam rady tego bossa przejść. Bo to za trudny dla mnie. Za dużo poziomowo. Zrobimy tu, o.
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to join you.
Want me to come along?
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Bardzo trudny boss. Najtrudniejszy chyba. Ale chyba trudniejszy od Raidenki. Ej, ja mogę go teraz lać? Nie.
Stabilize.
O! Ta, teraz to z ciągiem idzie.
By royal decree.
Wind strike. Silence.
W ogóle nie widzę damage'a, który robi
Solidify.
ten Nuwilet.
Bow your head.
Hop. Bijemy.
Stabilize.
Hop.
Odds revealed.
Wind strike.
No nie uciekaj! Tak mnie w tym bossie denerwuje to, że on tak może se uciekać.
Silence.
Dobra, nie zjadaj. A, szybciej mnie po prostu bije. No dobra. Nie lepiej chyba od tego ataku uniósł.
Solidify.
To by było dziwne, jakby się dało uniósł.
Bow your head. Fallen leaves. Adorn. Let the mighty be humble.
O, tym to mu bije. Tak, tym to mu leje. No dobra, mogło być więcej, ale to już jest całkiem sporo. O, niestety mu nic nie mogę zrobić. O. Siup. O, dałem mu trochę życia.
Order guide you. Bow your head. Clouds high. The birds be sanctified.
Ale on ma defa. Miliard.
Silence.
Czemu bije tak malutko? 5000. Ale dobra, połowę już mu zbiliśmy. Ten zgin. Weźmy jeszcze nie do tego innego świata. Pewnie tak. Wal go. Dobra, weź tak zrób, żebym tutaj mógł cię atakować. Dobra, tak się wyłóż. No i mnie kurde zwiał. Tak nienawidzę botów, które uciekają. Już wolę dostać. O! Teraz dobrze. Się stawił. Tak, nie ruszaj się. No nie trafiłam go. To jest tak głupia mechanika, że jak go nie trafiasz, to nie tworzy kulek. Co? Znowu mnie zjadł? No. Myślałam, że tylko raz. O! Dostał Machigma nawet. A jakimś cudem go zniszczyłam, to jednym hitem bardzo go zrobiłam. Żyjesz na pół życia. Nie mam pojęcia, jak to zrobiłam. O! Dobra, i git. Wydaje mi się, że dałoby go się szybciej zrobić. Dali mi na pigmenty, że to z nim tak długo męczę. Ja nie wiem, jaki żywioł jest na niego dobry. Następnym razem to spróbujemy. Jak będę to zdobywał. Masowo. To spróbujemy. Myślę, że to może być na nim dobre. Walnego? Oczywiście, że nie. Dobra, ale zaraz już kończymy walkę. O! Wygraliśmy, ale łatwe to nie było. Bardzo trudny jest ten boss. Co dostanę? Nie mam pojęcia, czy to mi jest potrzebne, ale bilet dostałem. Jedno takie, nie wiem, nie mam pojęcia, czy to mi się przyda. No, ale trudny jest ten boss. Chyba najtrudniejszy ze wszystkich. Albo drugi najtrudniejszy, albo najtrudniejszy. Właśnie trzeba pójść po te resinowe. No, twice in a single challenge. Trochę słabo. Ja poproszę, żebym mógł tam wejść. O, teraz mogę.
Ad Astra. Thank
Siema.
you for completing.
Siwadas, zły znak. No, idziemy sobie pozbierać. Kulusidła. Nie kulusidła, tylko te. No wiecie co.
Ah, my apologies. This heavy rain must be quite an inconvenience for you.
Czemu tutaj go nie ma? E? O, zostało mięsko. A właśnie, miał uśnąć. No. No i nadal nic. Dlaczego? Nie wiem, jak to zdobyć jednego łyżka. Nie mogę zdobyć jednego łyżka. To weźmy... Questa. A nie, czekaj, mam to zebrać. Fajnie jakby było w to wodne. Jak dostajesz wodne z daily, to jest bardzo dobry znak. Właściwie nie musi być wodne, musi być z takiego żywiołu, z którego jest postać, na którą wishujesz.
It's over.
Potem sobie wydamy rezina jeszcze. No, wrócimy na questa, no. Ja zostało mi tylko 9. To mało trochę. A, no, jest chatka Fuginy. To tu powinienem usiłować, a nie tam w jakimś randomowym miejscu. Ło,
Huh? Lady Farina?
nie, to jest
What's
This
Lady
is me to
Farina
the
doing here?
testowania.
Hello, all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Lady. Miss Farina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Farina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful...
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the protagonist of the story is: a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form. Despite the protests of her family, she longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, we need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different...
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean...
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script, but the deadline's passed. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Farina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop! You're making me all flustered. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1. He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now.
Yeah, maybe he could use some.
Poisson. Nothing. I suppose my presence will. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
O. A gdzie Primo?
Be sanctified.
No nie. Klikłem przypadkowo. 4 mam te w ogóle. Quizkę. Mam w ogóle gdzieś do wydania? Czegokolwiek? 7 tych. A za 7 nie można wsadzić? Chyba nie. Chyba nic nie da. O, mogę mieć takie czaszki. A, on... Głowa. Whirlpool. A, to jeszcze nie da nurkować. O, patrz. Ja ty... O. Ty normalnie jest... Teraz lecisz do góry. What? Jest granica. Więc pływaniem, a nie pływaniem. Będzie tu do góry
If I
jak
remember
podróbka.
correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay?
Okay then.
So, as expected, he's.
The ending is one of the most important parts. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity.
I was wondering.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now.
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Please, must our conversations... We all have painful memories. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you...
Thank you for your words of comfort. But for now, at least.
It's okay. Which brings me to why I'm to avoid upsetting the peace. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president anyway. That was all. Look after her now.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and... I'm so grateful that Miss Nafia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson?
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me, which, of course, I completely understand and accept. Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydra Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they... I guess...
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
What do you mean by that? You expected me to just...
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship?
No, jest wkurzony? Nie, nikogo tu nie ma. A, myślałam, że dasz mi nagrodę. Nie ma. Chodźmy na statek. Czekaj, co? Czekaj, tu są barierki w tym miejscu, gdzie nie ma szans, żeby ktokolwiek wypadł. A tu ich nie ma. Jest tylko ozdobą? Tak, on nie jest prawdziwym szejkiem, on jest tylko ozdóbką. A masz. On w ogóle nie działa. On też jest. Oni też są tylko ozdóbką.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing. see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I
Ej, czemu jest
appreciate
taki
your
pokaz
company,
slajdów
so please
w
don't
niektórych
disappear just yet.
miejscach?
I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness as I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories, they thought their God would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine and all the while. I played, but then the floodwaters finally came. And the hydro arc.
You shouldn't look
Nie,
at it
nie
like
mam na
that.
razie.
You were only
I've had to go
Ale mam
through
już
so many
10.
moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, eventually, I realized I had nothing. Fortunately, we
Wiesz,
were
tylko
able, everyone
70.
rose to their responsibilities, but on some level,
Paimon would have never
Wystarczy, żeby
imagined
się
you'd choose
codziennie
that way.
resetował
a
update.
reward.
Wystarczy,
I
żeby się
guess so.
codziennie resetował update, bym miał.
Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Farina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least... I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hand. All right, it's about time to head back.
Sure. Okay, let's head back.
Dobra, zobaczmy, co się stanie. Nebuletka Skater, odcinek 1. Zobaczmy, co się stanie. Nic. Oczywiście, że nic. Ktoś myślał, że po prostu użyłam plansz ataka. To nie użyłam plansz ataka. Zaraz to koniec skrzydła i można zrobić ten trik, w ogóle nie używając planszy ataka. Wchodzimy sobie tu, tak? Tu byliśmy. Tak. Nic się nie stało. Wpadłem do wody i zginąłem. Jak wpaść do wody i zginąć glitch? O! Teraz się udało. Za trzecim razem.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of.
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling your.
Oh no, looks like there are... We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turned...
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least.
Sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid. Yeah?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will
Wait, that sounds kind of...
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbol. She kept quiet about it. Was only after she...
You mentioned earlier that the troop is like...
Yeah. I spent some years... It was like that until she took me under her wing.
She sounds like a really incredible...
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troop and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just one day.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
The day you hoped would never come.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone...
Farina? The Farina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a... I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, the people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slow. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years...
Consciousness?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a...
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice...
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after the...
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love. One that extended to all of humanity.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our... If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What?
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. Both arbitrary and meaning. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardemics looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world. Yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way...
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one...
Yeah. He's been over...
Grief? Guilt, more like. Because... Well...
What?
It's time to be upfront with you all. I did tell her how I felt once. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her. And not that it came as a shock or anything. I said, maybe one day in the future, when well, maybe then she could... And now... So if I'm the one...
We've all had our differences of
Well, if that's what...
Are you ready to face...
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y!
O, tak szybko? 3 questy już od razu? No dobra. No, mało. A jest to jakieś primo? Nie, oczywiście, że nie. Ale dobra, mamy blessinga, może to coś da.
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Airbag challenge? Że muszę przeskakiwać. O, w ten sposób. Hop, hop, hop. Albo nie, tylko tak. Nie biegnę. Jestem tu.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler. Wait, why are you...
We're just curious, that's all.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power.
Precisely! As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just...
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment.
C'est la vie.
Aw, too bad.
Sorry to leave.
Don't worry, Pete.
No, no nie mogę grać z liną.
One with nature. Bow your
O, Wait.
When the tide comes in, I shall return. Silence! Gather!
Gdzie ja mogę to zbić? A nie ma chyba.
Odds reveal...
Settle down! I will have order.
Latający okaz slime. Dawaj. Walnij mnie, krajo. Dziadek. Jump. Jump in, jump up.
Solidify.
Apcir. Tak.
Bow your head.
O nie, on sobie zrobił drugą tarczę.
This is order.
By royal decree...
Czemu nie możemy mieć Purinę do walki? To jest oszustwo.
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Loty i odloty. Zobaczymy, czy przeżyjemy. Jeśli przeżyjemy, kupuję pakiet za 500 zł. Jeśli nie przeżyję, nie kupuję. Nie kupuję.
Feeling a little off.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Farina doing here?
Powinien być wykrzyknik. Powinien
I
być
can explain.
wykrzyknik.
We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
So, you think if I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult.
I
between
just-
us.
Vilma,
I just... I...
unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had...
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Vimo. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. But now, I've made the little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotion.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troop was kept afloat. We took on side jobs when we weren't. So, anyway, one day after a show, it seemed like a win-win. The drink
Win-win.
in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely... But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting. The merchant was... I was going to sort it on my own, but things only got worse from there. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then. And after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything. Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean, you were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her! How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered! And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show!
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if end my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight! Go! Get lost! I don't ever want to see your face again!
That's enough! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe?
Ja, to jest miś uszatek.
You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the... But in her own life, her greatest what she wants, I understand.
Yeah.
So think hard about if you really hate each other and can't... But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that... if she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her...
I'm truly sorry. I really meant...
It's all right.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take it. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself. She's the
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. If you could find anything that Aurelie left behind,
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of this.
No.
Well, we'll leave.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermon.
Mam 9 primo. Mam 4 tego, 4 tego. Miałam może mieć nie. Może miałbym jakieś ustalenia. Może mógłbym sobie pójść to i to zrobić? Tak, mógłbym. Ale nie chcę. Ja artefakty mnie nie obchodzą. Ja bym teraz chciał zamieniać rezin na primo. O. Włożycie sobie to, nie? Idziecie i bierzecie 10 rezina za 1 primo. Albo 5 primo. Zobaczymy, co coś dostanie. Nie. Dlaczego zamiast tego defa nie ma crit damage'a? Dlaczego zamiast tego defa nie ma crit damage'a? Czekaj, wydaje mi się, że już to powiedziałam. Ej, a artefakty zepsuły to samo, co że zamiast defa nie mają crit damage'a. Def, crit rate, atak damage'owy, nie. Słabe. Jest kowal. Wiecie, że Wrocław może tu normalnie chodzić po tym? Bo Wrocław jest wyższy nawet z Honga. Bo patrz, Hong nie umie. Ej, a w ogóle kiedy jest nowy Abyss? Za 3 dni. To jest w środę. O, patrz. Widzisz? On pływa. A Wrocław by nie pływał. On by już utonął. What are you doing? O! No. Aha, dostałem equity. Palaiz Memorinia. Tu wysiłowałam pan Nuwilet. A.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't have.
So, this is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too!
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from... Aha! Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentioned if we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back...
Lachey took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly
Ja
must
tutaj
have
mam
written
się
all
w
of this
moim
down in the hope
komputerze.
that her records would one day be. Wait, it cuts off. Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are. I'll let you read them for yourselves.
AD. Dobra. A. Bla 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 bla. Bla 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 bla. Jak ktoś to widzi, ja, żeby artefakty na furinę były bezpieczne, no dobra. Potrzebuję artefaktów na furinę, no dobra. Weź zrozum, naprawdę potrzebuję artefaktów na furinę. No dobra, już nikt nie skasuje. Będą mi potrzebne, ale nie będą mi potrzebne na furinę, więc ich nie dostaniesz. Pamiętaj o Clio. Ok. Ten długopis pomyślał o... Ten długopis udał się na wyprawę. Wolf Rider's pen seems to have wandered. Wander! O, a tu jest znaczek Unknowgada. A tu jest drugi znaczek Unknowgada. Unknowgad jest w notatkach.
She
O,
was so terrified.
co? Bla 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 bla. Terrified? Prawda?
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but
Golden Troop.
at the end
To
of
je
the day,
artefakty.
she was only human. I can't bear to think how
Naprawdę?
painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flip, flip, flip. Jestem. Aha. Nie. Bla 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 bla.
If you become human, you can reveal
Bla
your
bla
secret
bla
to
bla
no
bla.
one.
Bla
You
bla
will
bla
face
bla
suffering
bla
and
bla bla
loneliness.
bla.
Is this
Bla
still
bla
what
bla
you
bla.
want?
Isn't that the most important line in the little OC?
Because I am an
Bla bla
older
bla
sister
bla.
to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as
Golden
well.
trup, twoje
She had their
artefakty.
utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go.
Ten ma Florinę, kurde. 49 Ejarem. Chłopco z 49 Ejarem i ma Furinę. Nie wiem dlaczego każdy ją dropi. Każdy ją ma. Bez wyjątku. Każdy widz mój ma Furinę. A ja jej nie mam. To mnie bardzo denerwuje. Byłem i co? Zrobiłem 4 wisze, te najlepsze, czyli whale'owe wisze, czyli Genesisy i co? Powinienem już dawno dostać. Furina. Nawet na C0 by było git. O, challenge? Nie mogę umrzeć. Nie mogę zmieniać postaci. Kanał. O, nie tędy przej. Ej, ale to jest świetna kryjówka do chowanego. Musimy tutaj zrobić chowanego w Genshinie. W ogóle. To jest tak świetny pomysł. O. Ja bym się schował tu. Nie, czekaj, nie tu. Ja miałam gdzieś Ja miałam gdzieś taką mega giga miejsce do schowania się. Najlepsza kryjówka na chowanego ever, o. Tego bug'a już naprawili. To wiem. Chociaż właściwie możemy sprawdzić. Dzisiaj nie działa. NASA przestało być NASA. To już nie jest to samo NASA co wcześniej. Dobra, idziemy szukać najlepszej kryjówki na chowanego ever. Ej, ale to jest świetna muzyczka. Nie było Nigdy nie było takiej dobrej muzyczki. Nie dodali niedawno. W ogóle wraz z wyjściem Fontaine muzyczka jest coraz lepsza. Co, tu masz kryjówkę na chowanego? O kurde! No. No, masz rację. No to faktycznie jest świetna kryjówka. Jeśli nie da się stąd wyjść. Dziewięć 5290 metrów. Idziemy dalej. Let's go. Który siedzi na drzwiach i nagle się otwierają.
She deserves a hero's farewell.
Even in the last moment.
She did her best to protect. We know what choice her. Well,
I will channel all my regret and put it. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about.
Then
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, if you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they.
thank you for the vote of.
Then, let's not delay things.
Actually, before that, I'd like during the curtain call.
Huh? But then.
After all, this role besides.
Well,
All right. I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay.
that place. Oh,
Whoa, wait.
No. That's never good.
what are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that open.
No.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect. Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. I know just where to find him.
Nie jest tam. I nie wiem, gdzie on jest. Tu. O, my god. Przyjadę na Luzina. Bym mu musiał zdobyć 50, 49 sigilli. 50, 49, 2 sigille. Patrz, nawet to nie jest tam. O kurde. Ej, challenge, włazimy tam. Ej, dobra. Tu powinien być. Gdzie on zniknął? To on tu powinien być. Dobra, challenge, włazimy tam. Na górę. Tak prosta ściana, że powinno się udać. No. Przecież wspinamy się kazuchą, bo nam pomoże a lot. Gdyby nie tak naprawdę bez kazuchy to się nie da wejść. No. Da. To jest za wysoko, żeby się dało wejść bez kazuchy. Po prostu użyjemy kazucha spin. O, coś takiego. Będziemy sobie stali, bo podczas stania maja leci. O, coś takiego będziemy robili. Zobaczymy, czy się tak da. O. Myślę, że tak dojdziemy. Muszę się gdzieś wywalić. Patrz, jak ja już wysoko jestem. O. Jak już zajdzie nam pasek poniżej tego poziomu, to zaczniemy tylko tego używać. Zobaczymy, to tak da się dojść. Powinno, prawda? Jeszcze zjemy żarcie na stanie, bo to jest naprawdę wysoko. Jesteśmy gdzieś. No, trochę skaczemy do góry jednak. Ciekawe w ogóle, kto poukrywał kulusy w miejscach, w których one są. O. Dobra. Jesteśmy na górze świata. Na górze świata. Witam na górze wszechświata. Co trzeba było wrzucić mi się upadka? No? Idziemy przejechać limuzynę. Jąk! Jąk! I wiem, tutaj idzie biedny meluzynek. On umie się teleportować.
Hey, look at that. Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
Nie! Nie! Ale... Ej, challenge nie może mnie zauważyć. Siu. Hop. 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 Siu. O! Ja jestem
I
tam.
knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Farina. And you...
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the story of the Little Oceanid is most fascinating, I'm looking forward... I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
What?
Yes.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... Well, in the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom.
I am truly delighted to see... Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts
Why would you set...
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after... It would truly be a shame if you...
Haven't I already made myself clear? Nor do I think it is any great... This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy. Yet, I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales.
Thanks, Nervala.
You are very welcome.
Woda. O nie! Zrobiłem bug glitch! O, dostałem się stąd. Dobra, jedziemy bug glitch. Ej, widzieliście to? Gdzie był X-ray na chwilę? Tak perfekcyjnie zbugowało. O kurde, był tam X-ray, widziałem. X-ray. Niczego nie ma. Muzyczka furitowa.
This world is...
No, zróbmy się tu dostać.
Terra Smash!
Aha! Aha. Najder to normalnie łazi. Ej, ło, ale mnie wstrało. Co tu jest? Ja latam. Dalej będę, tym dalej mnie wystra. Bym chciał, żeby jak najdalej mnie wysrało. O! O! Ale ta skrzynka jest dziwna. Ej, wiem. Mm. Mm.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them
Czekaj,
and cause them no harm.
założyłem takiego, znalazłem na YouTubie takiego buga, że mi szczęka opadła. Czekajcie. Ja chcę to zrobić. Dobra. No, bierzemy... Trudny jest ten bóg, ale myślę, że mi się uda. Robimy sobie place to. I bierzemy sobie place to. Tak obok. Może dałoby się bliżej, ale dobra. A. A trzeba będzie to postawić jeszcze raz. No. Musimy postawić te rzeczy jeszcze raz. Bliżej. Tym razem. Hop. O, tu. Dobra, trochę bliżej. Hop. Tu. O. Tak.
Terra Smash!
Nie wyszło mi. Jeszcze raz lecimy. Chociaż nie można po prostu poczekać minutę. Pół minuty.
Welcome to Palais Mermoni.
To jest bardzo dobrze postawione. Dalej. Ja czekaj. Może jednak da się. Nie może być tak, że w tym będziemy. O, jest. No nie, było idealnie. muszę najpierw patrzeć, czy na pewno, czy przypadkiem to nie jest bardzo dobre miejsce. O! Tu mamy bardzo dobre miejsce. No nie, wlazło mnie do tego. No to miejsce było idealne. Nie, w sumie nie, właśnie nie. A, to już umiem. A. A dlaczego nie mogę deployować rzeczy? A. Deployuj mi to, kurde. A. No, usuń to. Szkoda, że ten koleś w tym bugu nie opisał tego jakoś dokładniej. To mi się trochę nie podoba. A. Dobra. Hop. Czekajcie. Przelatty na filmiku co dalej. Aha. Źle to postawiłam. To musi być gdzieś tu. Źle jest ustawione. Dobra. To musi... Fajnie jakby było tu. Aha. Dobra, próbujemy inny bug. Mogę wam pokazać efekt. O.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Jak lecimy. W kółko. Fajne, nie? Ale nie, to jest za trudne do zrobienia. Albo już naprawili. No nie, nie ma tego. Mamy ostatni raz. Ale dla mnie to jest za trudne, albo to po prostu naprawili, bo autor napisał, że działa w 4.0 i 4.1, ale 4.2 to nie wiadomo. Dobra. Teraz musimy to postawić tak, żeby nie był w środku. Nie, dobra, nie ma sensu tego próbować. Więc rok próbował, mi to nic nie dał. Musimy po prostu questa robimy. a czekaj, jeszcze Rezina nie wydał, nie? No, tak was musi zaczekać. Najpierw muszę Rezina wydać. Wait.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Stabilize.
One with nature. Clouds hide. The birds.
Oh, reveal.
Let the mighty be humble. Order guide you.
Jaki dżung jest mocny? Widzisz? On ze statami krytowymi 5,50 zabił przeciwnika na hita. Widzisz? Widzisz? Jaki jest mocny? Więc go nie wiszuj.
Be sanctified. Silence.
Wind strike.
Nie. 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 Tak. Spry. Sans. Czyli ten sans. Nie. Mam lepszy. Mam 9% crit damage'a. To możesz nawet zwiększyć o 7.
Bow your head.
Przedmiot to jest na 16.
Let the mighty be humble. Silence.
Patrz to jakie dżungla jest silne. Patrz to. Bum. Bum. A jak zbija. Tylko tyle życia mu zostało. W ogóle nie patrzę na cyferki. Nie ma po co. Patrz to, nie? Jest nobek. On robi plunge attack. Patrz na pasek życia, ile mu zostało. Bum. I go zabił. Tak szybko. Tego właśnie trzeba wiszować na dżunga, bo bije on kosmiczne obrażenia. Nie no, nie bije. Po prostu robi tarczę i jest... Dlatego jest mocny. Bo bije tarczę. Jo, zbiję twoją tarczę. Nie.
Gather. Settle down.
One with nature. Clouds high. The bird.
By royal
The tides beckon.
Ziu. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć tarcz ataków, ale ma takie staty.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where...
I bardzo dobre artefakty. 0. Aha. Farmię na niego. Fajny ten rząd, nie? Talenty też ma bardzo wysokie. Oj, patrz, nie? Tak jakie były piękne. Nie, patrz, tylko tyle. Nie, to było piękne. A patrz teraz co mają. O. O, co to jest? Tu coś, tu jakieś... Coś, ściana tekstu.
Let the mighty be humble. Justice is blindsided.
Ty zakoś...
See me like this.
Ej, widzieliście to? Zginąłem z tarczą. Ja zginąłem z tarczą John Gliego. Rojąc kamehameha. Każdy z artefaktów. Kiedy mi się odnowi rezin? 20 sekund. Speedrun. Zobaczymy, czy zdążymy, zanim rezin się odnowi.
Settle down.
Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
Speedrun.
The tides beckon. Solidify.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
wings of darkness.
Nie, tylko 2 kulki były. Szkoda, że nie można sobie wybierać, żeby używać 2 kulek czy 3. Ja bym używał 2. To się bardziej opłaca. Bo dropiąc 6 zrobisz 3 kamehamechy, a to jest to sekunda czekania, nie? Co jest lepsze? Przy każdym puszczaniu kamehamechy sekundy puszczania.
Bow your head.
Nie. każdym puszczeniu kamehamechy musisz sekundę zaczekać, zanim ją puścisz, ale ma 3 kamehamechy, nie 2, używając bursta. Czy wszystko po staremu? Widzicie, jak szybko z Robimy zdążyłam. Wiele zdążyłam w 20 sekund co zrobić, taki jestem szybki. 0. Co zdążyłam? Jak już było 1. Dobra, idziemy odbierać Primo. I zobaczymy, czy przeżyjemy. To jest szczęśliwa ścieżka.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The opera epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiumali and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far.
It's amazing! Even though Farina's still being a bit of...
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your...
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Takiego czegoś nie było. I co to są takie żywiołki?
Cursed Cleo.
O,
She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Marko.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only... What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Hey, what's going on? You're
O nie.
Oh no, not again.
Wiedziałam.
But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over...
What? I thought they cure it.
I figured whatever it took...
How could you do this to yourself?
I'm sorry.
You...
Miss Farina?
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. Loic, your character has no more scenes.
Oh, yeah. I think...
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. From the...
Thank you, Miss Farina.
Never mind. No one likes regrets. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many...
I do not doubt your acting. What, in your opinion?
It's her pure heart, despite all the...
Well said. I leave Director or
Nie będzie sceny? No? Cięta scena. Planżę rzeka wstępka. No, dziękuję.
Is she here yet? Will she get here?
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le
Co?
monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonnerais-tu, ô chère mère?
Po jakim to jest?
Dans son courant, fait danser nos vies.
Jest francuski? A no fakt.
Ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
A fajny pomysł zrobić po francusku.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je suis, serai toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté. Et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
To fajne.
Is it just
Co
me?
ty robisz?
Or was that lady? She hasn't been seen for a while now. Gotta say though,
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
wait, that's not her name. I don't know. Maybe it's just.
I've spent a lot of time out of this. It's too bad that I still. It felt good.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Farina. She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down. After all, it's been the.
Yes, I know.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, yeah?
Well, since this is a great chat, and Paimon flew over.
Oh, I've got no idea what happened. Oh, that the audience has never.
Wait,
Aw.
what about Dolphy?
Oh, let's.
Yes. Plus, if nothing else.
Dobra. I w tym miejscu kończymy dzisiejszy stream. Ja się z wami zażegnam. Ponownie widzimy się jutro o godzinie 17:30. Pa pa!
Bow your head.
Bow your head. Arka.